All right, y'all. Good morning. Thank y'all for tapping in. I thank y'all for coming to spend a little time with me today. I'm very privileged to have you guys here with me. So I'm gonna try not to waste the time. I'm gonna post the Cash App on the screen because sometimes I don't know if it'll get monetized or not. So if you wanna donate to the channel, we appreciate it, family. We love it. We love you. Thank you. Right now, my biggest supporter is Melissa Hill. Thank you, sweetheart. I'ma always say that. You my number one supporter. Ain't nobody took the lead, but I don't think nobody could. You know what I mean? You were there with me from the start. I really appreciate that, right? So we're gonna get into it today. I ain't getting, as y'all can see, I ain't in the courtroom, man. I ain't slamming nobody today. So today we just gonna do me. You know what I mean? Today we just gonna do me. I'm gonna see if I can't give y'all one of these bangers. You know what I mean? I need to hit the channel with one of them ethanol fusions. You know what I mean? I need to get this thing jumping again. I don't know what's going on, so we gonna try. All right, y'all. Let me know if y'all messing with it. Matter of fact, I tell y'all what we gonna do. This video right here gonna be the video where I show you how to get 500 plus subscribers on your YouTube channel. Man, go on like and subscribe. Go on like and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna show y'all how to get 500 to 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. You need anywhere from 500 to 1,000 to get monetized. So I'm gonna show y'all how to do that, man. Like and subscribe. Let's run it up, right? First, I'm gonna give y'all this story. Now I want to say I ain't never told this story. I think I did put it on my last channel called the Rattlesnake Days, but then nobody watched that shit, so it never got seen. Most of all, my mama. Even though I've apologized for this, I never really apologized. Really understood the impact of what I did. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna kick it off like this, man. I probably been gave y'all this story anyway. So, while we over, I done got out of prison. Now the situation is, so it's kind of heavy for me. I was the only one working. I was working. I was selling a little weed, so I had a little money. I had it was called a condominium over on Boulder Crest called Whitehall. Man, y'all know them regular townhouses or apartments, whatever. So, I mess around and get behind on rent over there. And the situation is, my son's mom stayed with me. So I got my son, mom, my mom. At one point, even my mom had caught a little hard time, and she had came and she was gonna try to stay with me, but her and my son, mom, were bumping heads, so that wasn't gonna work. So that wasn't gonna work. And my brother came home from prison. My younger brother came home from prison, and I had a place for him, of course, right? So I got people I'm taking care of, and I'm behind on rent. So I'm really in a desperate mode. You know what I mean? I'm in a desperate mode. Plus, I'm about 22, 23 years old, but maybe even 25. But I got a real young mentality. My mentality can't be no more than about 17 or 18 years old. So we get behind on rent. It gets to the point where I'm looking for places to go. I'm looking for the next place to go. Instead of trying to pay all this back rent, I'm looking for another cheap spot to get into. I know my homeboy Big from Leela Valley. I done went over his house a couple times. They got little shotgun houses, and they, you know what I mean? And it don't seem like the rent will be a lot. Plus, it seemed like I could probably live over there. So I go ask Big, what going on over here? And he tell me he moving to the house up the street, the house that he in, about to become open. I'm like, perfect. Soon as you leave out of there, I get in that house and I can just go on from there, right? So we do all this. I give a little deposit. I only give like a $300 deposit. I move in the house. If I ain't mistaken, man, that's the only rent. That's the only money that man ever seen from me, and I was probably there about 3 or 4 months. Now y'all keep in mind now. A lot of time I find myself like feeling bad about a lot of this stuff, which I should, and apologizing for a lot of this stuff, which I should. But then sometimes I go back and think about it, man. It's almost like what's to be expected, because I went into the penal system at 14. I got out at 23. So I'm getting out at 23. I have no training, no skills, no anything. You know, I don't have a career or a trade. I have nothing to go on. So a lot of times when I'm talking about this stuff, I'm feeling like I'm behind or I did bad, which is true, but it was just the best I knew at the moment. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why y'all stay in school, man. Don't get in no trouble. Don't go to the prison. Anyway. So I end up moving over in Lila Valley, and you know, for the most part, we ain't got no job. My baby mama ain't got no job yet. My younger brother ain't got no job, and you know, my mama doing her thing. She just in and out. Now, she done asked me, she had a furniture set, like just 2 chairs, a couch and a love seat, you know, the sofa and the love seat, and she asked me to store them in the house for her until she got her next place. I said, cool, that wasn't no problem. Me and my son mom going at it heavy. I'm talking about heavy, right? I'm talking about big arguments. We arguing in front of the kid. She young, but my mentality probably younger than hers, so it's really all bad. It's to the point where every argument somebody gotta leave. Either, you know, I have to walk out the house and take a walk around the block. My brother might come with me, so we'll be walking. Then I ain't got no money, so I gotta go to the little neighborhood weed man and borrow a knit sack of weed. Y'all act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about, man. But you know, y'all know what I'm talking about. Hit the like and subscribe. You know what I mean? Comment. Let me know what's going on. Cause y'all know I talk it back. Now you shoot it, I'm shooting it back. So that's pretty much the vibe of the situation. Real po living, real po hustling. So again, we out doing what we do, cause every night we go out and try to, just like rodents, we go out and try to see what we can steal, see what we can take, you know what I mean? Drag back to the crib, right? So we end up catching a lick right across the street in Thomasville Estates. It's like one street with a cul-de-sac at the end, and the houses in the back were not finished. It looked like, you know, they started building a row of houses or what was going to be a neighborhood, and then maybe somebody ran out of money or just forfeited the process. So the houses were up, they had roofs, but some of them were more finished than others. Like the first house down in the cul-de-sac didn't have no electricity, but the last house that wasn't finished had electricity. It was on, had water, it was on, stuff like this, right? But the whole back road is empty and not finished. So when we went and did the first lick over there, we see how it's set up. And matter of fact, we had a homeboy stay over there. He ain't my homeboy no more. That nigga Kevin, another Lila Valley nigga, slime ass nigga. I mean, I gave him, man, I ain't even going into that, right? So at the time he was my homeboy, Kev stayed over there, and he was telling me that they weren't paying rent because there was no landlord, and you know, there was nobody to pay the rent to. So if you had electricity, you were good. Most people over there weren't paying no rent. They were living over there rent free. So now, you know, I done put it in my head that, you know, this should be an option to do. These niggas squatting. Basically, it's a whole row of family squatting. And I mean, they good squatting. They got 2-3 cars in the driveway, grills outside. They done hung flags, and they got fences and dogs in the backyard. They good squatting, right? Nobody paying no rent. And I know this for a fact because Kevin telling me. So one day, normal day, get up, get to arguing with my baby mama about whatever, because, you know, in a house where everybody broke, it's always going to be an argument. So we get to arguing, whatever, and we get to walking off. I get to walking off like I normally do. And I can honestly say now that that was one of the tools that I was trying to use against my son's mom. When we would get to arguing or whatever, again, I'm doing my little hustling, and it's not much, but it's more than what anybody else really had going on at the time. So I would always act like I'm just gonna cut out and go on my own. Like, we just gonna pack up and leave y'all here. You don't want to listen or whatever. So that was one of my strategies that I would use against her. And in the beginning, it used to work because she would pipe down. She would calm down, and I could win the argument like that. But as we got older and went on, it got to a point where that didn't even work on her no more. You know, she would still argue. She'd be like, F it, gone, or you know, fuck it, go head on, or she would grab my baby and she would leave out. I might not see her for a day or two or whatever. You remember I told y'all in the last video about what happened when she over there hanging with the neighborhood freak Vicky. So we end up having an argument, and it's a bad argument. Now my mama had a car and a truck. She had a white F-150. It was like a 97, 98. I ain't gonna lie, short bed. That thing was clean. White, all original, burgundy inside. Truck was clean, man. I ain't gonna tell no lie. I can't take nothing from the truck. And my mama had worked hard for that truck and bought it on her own. And this is, you know, one of the biggest regrets I got to the day, right? So, mom, every now and then when I needed some transportation, I would ask mom, because she had a car she was driving, I would ask mom to use her truck. I had license. There's really no reason not to. Plus, it was a place for her to park it when she wasn't using it. So I went and got mom's truck, and when me and Steph got to arguing, when we get to arguing, I'm like, you know, forget it, I'm gone. So now I done pulled the move like, okay, we just gonna leave it again. I can't take this shit no more. I really can do better than this. I'm telling my brother, I'm like, bro, help me pack up all this shit, man. We gonna go down yonder. He know what I'm talking about, because, you know, we be together. So we gonna go down and move into one of the empty houses that got the electricity. So we load up the first round of stuff. We put the first thing we throwed on the truck was my mom's extra couches that weren't being used. We load them on the truck. Now, really, the reason why I'm doing this is for my scare tactic. I want her to see me loading this shit up and taking it somewhere, dropping it off, then coming back to getting another load, because then it might hit her like, oh shit, this nigga leaving me for real. You know, and even at that point, I still don't know what I'm gonna do. And this is just a young mind, because if she relent and say, all right, I'm sorry, you know, I'm sorry. If she let me have my way, then what's the next move? Does she pack up and come to the place that I'm going to try to get away from her? Plus, I done told my brother how much, you know, we're gonna get away from this bullshit and all this. So if I just bring her to the new problem, then my brother looking like, he might look at me like, damn, bro, what we doing? You know what I mean? We moving to get away from her. You bringing her over here. Or if she, like I said, give up the fight, and then it's like, okay, well, now we ain't got to go over here. So now I got to ask bro, like, look, bro, let's go back over here, get this shit back out this house and come back home. You see what I'm saying? So either way it go, this just not thought through, and I just don't know no better. I really don't got nobody good to go to for advice. And I'm just trying to live, man. So we take the load over there. Everything goes smooth. Neighborhood quiet. We open up the front door. We get the first 2 sofas in the house. We sit the sofas down in the living room. While we over there, you know, we checking out the house. The house got water running. Some rooms, a couple of the rooms that were finished had electricity in them. And like the other rooms would just have like maybe the wires coming out of the ceiling where the fixture should have been. So you could tell it was almost done, and what wasn't done, we probably could get it fixed anyway. You can see where they had laid the yard, laid the grass in the yard. It was beginning to grow, and we thought it was gonna be a good deal. Now, directly, this is the same street, but the houses on the other side of the street, they were, part of the reason that we knowing that we could do this. That this house got like I had to pause because I had to be thinking about what I can give y'all and what I can't. Forgive me. So this house had like an old school Camaro in the yard. Then it had like a newer car that you could tell somebody been going out in and out with. And then the car next to it had and the car next to it had the house next to it had cars in the driveway also. We ain't think much about it. I'm sticking to the plan. We unload the furniture, jump back in the truck, going back across the street to make another load, right? So when we get the other load, I think whatever may have happened, I can't remember, it was more than a decade ago, probably about 16, it's been more than a decade, you know what I mean? So, when we go back to the house, for some reason maybe my plan is working and we ain't rushing packing stuff up no more. For whatever reason, now we walking the dogs. We get the dogs, put them on the leash, and we walking back over to the neighborhood where we just took the stuff at. Maybe it was to check out a better house, or I can't quite remember exactly what for, but we walking over there. I done got that whole story wrong, man. It be coming back to me. Like I said, y'all gotta bear with me. So I can back up a little bit. What happened was, that's why I gotta put this stuff on tape, so what happened was, it was on one of the days that we were just walking dogs. I had Star and I can't remember my boy dog name, but I had two dogs. Me and my brother were walking them. We walked them across the street, and when we walking them across the street, we see, like I said, those two houses had the cars in front of them. Like there was a dude leaning on the car, like with a girl in his arm. He might have, had his hands on the butt, but he leaning on the car, and they just kind of hugged up. So as we walking by them, the dude looking at us, he ain't got no expression, but he just looking at us, me and my brother. He just looking at us. So we looking at him. So when we get kind of close, we looking at the houses too, trying to figure out which one, we just looking or whatever. We ain't figuring out nothing yet. So when we get close to him, I speak to him. I'm like, "What going on, bro?" You always supposed to watch the red flags. You always supposed to know what's going on. So, and I'm talking about, I can't be no more than about 5 feet away from the man. We walking the dogs in the middle of the street. Nobody else is on the block. There's no reason he didn't hear me. So when I speak to him, "What's up, bro?" He just casually went from looking in my face, turned his head to the other side of the street, and started paying attention over there. Like I didn't say a word. So, I kind of mumble under my breath like, "Oh, fuck you too then. Damn." You know what I mean? We keep on going, doing what we do. Bro, don't say a word. We look at one of the last two houses on the street. As we coming back out, there's a dude now, he done walked out of the second house on the other side of the street, right? The house where the guy was standing, the next house over, a guy done came walking out of that house, right? He ain't have no scraps in there, and he wasn't even no big dude. He probably the size I am now, which means he was smaller than I was then. Like he had the new dread, the little sticky twist, whatever. So we come out, and he looking at her. He just looking at her. So we looking at him. And again, I try again, like, what going on, bro? So nigga say, bro, who y'all is? You know, and that's kind of an odd question to just, you know, when you see somebody in public and first thing you ask, who y'all is? You know, it just don't hit your brain right. So he like, bro, who y'all is? So I look at my bro, you know what I mean? Like, you know, fuck wrong with this nigga? So I'm looking at him like, shit, I'm white boy, goddamn, and my brother. So I'm getting ready to say what I know to say. This nigga cut me off mid-sentence. Nigga say, look, bro, y'all can't come back here. Again, I look at my brother, because you got to think now, I'm a bad motherfucker. You know, I can't remember the last time I ran from somebody. I can't remember the last time I lost. You know, I can't remember, in my head, I'm a bad motherfucker. So that nigga say, he cut me off and say, bro, y'all can't come back here. I look at my brother like, fuck that nigga think you talking to? We get to walking, me and bro just get to walking almost like bro tripping, but bro standing behind us as we walking on, he looking dead at us. He like, look, bro. He like, bro, y'all don't come back here no more, bro. He like, y'all ain't got no business back here, bro. Y'all don't come back here no more. Didn't crack a smile. It wasn't a suggestion. This was a real deal. This was an order, and it wasn't no mistaking about it. Bro was telling, nobody even told me this in prison. In prison, nobody told me, bro, you can't do that. Bro, you can't eat over here, because the way I'm set up, as soon as you draw that line, me being a light-skinned dude with green eyes, I'm jumping over the line. You know, you just gonna have to show me, and I think 10 years I had one black eye. You know, so that's how we rolling. So as soon as you draw that line in the sand, I'm jumping over the line because I need to know what's next. Let go on, get it over with. So, bruh saying this, he's saying it like real matter-of-factly. He wasn't, I ain't see no pride in it. I ain't see no, he was just talking real deal facts. Bruh said, y'all can't come back over here. We just keep walking. Now we walking back the way we came, finna go back to where we were at. And you know, we talking, me and my brother, we ain't talking a lot. And you know, it's kind of like the talking where it's like, this nigga think he is. Knowing he really just chunked us off. And, you know, we weren't planning on coming back. Honestly, we weren't planning on coming back. Because the warning that he sent said either it was gonna be some real deal consequences, or they back here handling some real business that we don't want no parts of. So, you know, that's what it was. Boom, we go back. Now we haven't, I ain't moved nothing yet. All right, I had got that. That's the first encounter with the neighborhood over there. Now we go back to the argument. I get into the argument on one of the mornings. I think about, I know for a fact it's about 2 months later, because I talked to bro and I'm asking him, I'm like, bro, you think the nigga still over there? And he's like, I don't know. So I know we jumped in the truck and we rolled over there. You know, first time they seen us, we were walking dogs. Now we in a white truck and we rolled over there and we just hit the cul-de-sac and we just looking. The cars that used to be there weren't there no more. We don't see no activity. We thinking, you know, maybe they might be gone. Maybe they might be done moved on or whatever. So go back. Now is where the story actually pick up. Now I go back to the house, put the sofa set on. Now we go back to take it in. So we park the truck in the driveway of the house that we done chose. This gonna be our house. We ain't seen no problems. This our house. We gonna live here, right? We ain't gotta worry about no rent. We doing what everybody else doing. We moved the sofas in the house. They must have been, maybe the guys in the other house across the street, they must have been watching us do it. Now I could just imagine them niggas looking out the window like, what the fuck? You know, who them niggas is? Whatever. So, but I'm just imagining, right? So we take the sofas in the house, we sit them down, like I'm telling y'all, we sit the sofas down, we put them in the living room. We going checking out the rooms. Like I was telling y'all, some had lights, some had this, fixtures, whatever. We talking like, all right, bro, we can fix this could be fixed, but we feeling really good because we done struck and we know the fucking squatting laws, and Kevin been here over a year. So we good, we in there. Thomasville Estate, y'all know this shit at. I still don't think they finished. So as we looking out the windows, I remember we had looked out the back windows. Now we coming back to the front. We getting ready to go jump back in the truck and go get a load, right? So as we going to the door, we hear talking. As we hear talking, we creep over to the front windows of the house, and we see it's 3 niggas surrounding the truck. They looking, I mean, they ain't like standing back. They on the truck. One nigga done opened the door. They looking, they in the truck. One nigga in the truck bed. All these niggas black and hair with dread, look like them Florida niggas, right? You know, it's just trouble, right? They are up on it to the point where we don't even want to snatch the door open and come out. You know what I'm saying? We don't, you know, it's straight confrontation. And we ain't brought no weapons. We figured they might have. So we looking out the window, they looking, and not only that, I left the keys in the truck because we coming to bring the furniture in, and then we gonna go get some more. So I left the keys in the truck. Goddamn dummy, right? So, and I remember me and my brother in the house, and we whispering. And I think I whispered like, damn, bro, I left the keys in the truck. You know what I'm saying? So, the nigga who must have been a leader, the nigga with the small dress or whatever, I can't remember them nigga faces to this day. I don't, you know, it just was a blur, right? So the nigga say, hey, nigga screaming at the house. Nigga like, bro, who in there, bro? So we don't say nothing. Now, the nigga in the back of the truck, I see him pull the gun out. He pulls the gun out. The nigga in the front who's screaming, he pulled his gun out. Now me and bro like, oh shit. Now I'm getting ready to shoot a brick because the back of the houses is woods. There's really no escape. You gotta leave the cul-de-sac the way that you came. We ain't got no. Oh no, we did. I'm sorry. We had the 12 gauge. We had the 12 gauge. Same 12 gauge I was telling y'all about that I lost a homeboy behind. So we had the 12 gauge, and for whatever reason, maybe like the 12 gauge might have had one shell. You know, we was always like running on E. So in some kind of way, luckily we had the 12 gauge in there with us, and that's what. Yeah, and that's what saved us. That's actually what saved us. So we and that's what saved us. So we looking around. We know we don't want a gunfight. Because that's just not. I don't want to get shot. I'm sorry. I don't want to get shot. I didn't want a gunfight. Plus, all we had was the 380 and the 12 gauge. Man, we get to looking around. There's no escape. All 3 of these niggas in the front yard. So we say, fuck it, bro. Let's go out the back window. It was either me or my brother ID. I can't remember. That's what we do. We hit the back window. Both of us get out the window. Coast is clear. Now you got to go up a hill. It's like a real steep hill, and at the top of the hill is the train track. That same train run through Leela Valley over there on Norwood. So it's those train tracks, and they actually come all the way around the neighborhood, and we can end up back to where we need to be in the other, you know, on our side if we just follow the train tracks, right? So that's what we do. As we running up the hill trying to get to the top, I turned and looked back, and I didn't realize that as we running up the hill, we actually running at like an angle to where they can actually see us. They all three of them are looking at us. They watching us running up the hill. So I got the 380, and as I'm running up the hill, I just glance back and I see them. They just standing there watching us. They ain't shooting. They ain't doing nothing. They just standing there watching us. So I stopped. When I stopped, my brother stopped. When he stopped, he had the 12 gauge. So the nigga in the front say, bro, y'all them same two niggas, ain't it? So I'm like, huh? He said, y'all them same two niggas I told not to come back, ain't it? And he talking with a gun in his hand. I'm mad like I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, we turn around, we keep marching on up the hill. I'm scared as hell. You know, we done left the truck. These niggas, it's a real hostile takeover. Me and bro walking around, man, we trying to figure out, you know, what we gonna do, how we gonna do it, whatever. Man, listen, as we walking down, I'm gonna keep it real. As we walking, coming back down Constitution, we see my mama's truck coming up. That's Constitution. My mama's truck coming up Constitution at the red light. It looked like it's only one nigga in the truck. Might be two niggas in the truck, but they done went in the house and put the furniture back on the back of the truck. So that's why I figured they might have been watching us when we was unloading it. The two couches is on the back of the truck, and the truck is pulling out of the neighborhood. Coming to the stop sign. We catch eye contact. Now I'm gonna be honest. You know, listen, I was afraid. I was afraid. We still had the guns, but you know, I'm afraid of murder. I just can't. I don't think I could just, you know, if it came to my kids or my family or my life, that's another story. But as bad as I was, I don't think I was able to just, you know, get at that issue like that, you know, and if somebody die, they die. You know, so I can't just gun them down in the street like that. Plus, I know they got guns. As they coming to the stop sign, they seeing us two niggas, and I know they know in their head that's them two niggas, but they got the ups. They in a truck. They in a easily $4,000 truck with a new furniture set on the back. So they just looking at us. They looking at us saying like, yeah, y'all fuck niggas. Y'all better not come back. If you come back, you know what I mean? He just looking at us. We looking at him. We walking down to the neighborhood. He hit the stop sign. Bruh cut a left up Norwood. We've never ever to this day seen that truck again. Got back to the house. And here's the thing. My brother was probably feeling bad. But that was all my fault. Those was all my decisions. That was all my stupidity, man. And it showed me so much about myself. It showed me that I really wasn't tough as I thought I was. You know, I still had some hoe in me. Them niggas found it. A nigga took a whole truck from me. Like, how did you know what I'm saying? So, you know, as bad as I thought I was, you know, it's always somebody badder than just being out there being stupid, doing stupid shit. I just, you know, this one of my biggest regrets, man. We went back, we called the police, and the police came and made a report, but the report, they gave us a copy, but the report kind of didn't make sense. So I don't think they ain't putting nothing into it. It's kind of like a situation where like, all right, if we come across it or find it, then cool. But we telling them that, you know, the truck got stole, where the keys at, the keys in the truck, how did this happen, you know, it was just, the story was chopped up. And, you know, my mom started crying. This one of the times I made my mom cry, man. And I really, really regret that. If I'm ever able to get back and do and make that up in life before it's too late, I can and I will. Again, y'all, this was one of my rattlesnake days. On the rattlesnake days, this is one of my biggest regrets. One of the losses I took. Man, that shit done made me sad all over again. Hey, look, y'all, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I appreciate y'all for spending a little time with me. And again, we're going to try to keep it as real as possible, man. Please like, please subscribe, share the video. You know, maybe somebody could see it and get some out of it. You know, change your ways. If you need somebody to talk to, hit me up. I respond to all the comments and everything like that. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know. Now I'm gonna tell y'all how to get them 500 subscribers. So I'm gonna be honest. This one, that, you know, I was just trying to do something different and you know, see if it catch. To be honest, you know, not like clickbait or like Soulja Boy did, where he said he was 50 Cent in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put some fire to my channel, so y'all forgive me. But I will give y'all the secret. I ain't gonna leave you like that. I'm gonna be honest. It was the shorts. I'm probably not telling you something you don't already know, but YouTube Shorts really helped my channel increase. I'm at this point right here. At this point, I'm just down to build my channel one subscriber at a time, subscriber for subscriber. I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't got to go viral overnight. I feel like I'm building it brick by brick, one subscriber at a time. So, like I said, my magic was the shorts. If you can get the interesting part of, you know, whatever it is that you're trying to do, tell, promote, or whatever, put it in a short and let it roll through there, man, listen, I gained a lot of subscribers through YouTube Shorts. That go my secret. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. This is Who Won a Life Sentence, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.